So I'll get into my tips now. My 9 nuggets of nitrogen networking. All right. The first thing I would suggest is you find a networking group you're comfortable with, and make sure it's appropriate for your business. Like, there's a lot of times, like I think the BS&T forum is good for small businesses. So there's a bunch of different organizations you can belong to. There's BNI, Gold Star, Rainmakers, Chamber of Commerce, and of course BS&T forum. So definitely find one that fits you and is a good target for your business. The second thing is to decide who your target market is, and a lot of these types of things I've learned through Rainmakers. Rainmakers is an organization I belong to that I think really helps teach you the art of networking. They kind of have their own specific model, but I think it works pretty well. So a lot of those things I'm going to talk about today. But one thing they talk about is finding your target market and finding a niche market. So instead of advertising to everybody, pick a niche and go after that niche. Someone's more likely going to remember who you're looking for if I say I tell them I'm looking for new small businesses, but more specifically restaurants. New restaurants are open. People are going to remember that as opposed to if I say I'm a graphic designer and I'll do work for anybody. They're just going to do work for anybody. They're not going to really remember me. But if somebody is going out and they find a new small business owner who's saying, "Oh, I need help creating a logo," they're like, "Oh yeah, Jay, you might be able to help them." Or more specifically, a restaurant. They come across that, they're going to be able to send that person my way. So one of the things that I hear a lot that is often a bad thing to say is when you ask somebody, who's your target market, and you're like, anybody. Well, that doesn't help them, because everybody knows anybody, but somebody asks you that question, they're looking for a specific person to help you out. All right, and one of the things you can do to help you figure out people to meet or strategic partners is this is an exercise that I learned, and it's about finding the different connections within your market. So if I'm targeting restaurants, I draw a little circle with restaurants in the middle, and I have all these points coming off all the different who target restaurants. So on here I have equipment suppliers, liquor distributors, bankers, insurance agents, local brewers, commercial realtors, wireless providers, construction companies, landscapers, food distribution. So those are all companies that are kind of going after the same market as I am, but we're all going from a different angle. So you can partner with those people, form strategic relationships with those people. So you're all going to be having the same target audience coming from a different angle. So you're not competing. So you're more likely to share your sources and your leads with each other that way. And it kind of saves you some time when you go out and find new restaurants all the time. You could say if you meet a banker who's targeting small businesses and specifically restaurants, they can help you find those leads more easily. Okay, and so when you go to a network meeting, you're going to meet people and take business cards from people you meet. One thing I'd say a lot of people do is they take notes on the card about what the person does, or sometimes what I do, being a graphic designer, I don't like to mess up someone's card, keep it pristine. I carry a notebook with me and take notes in the notebook. This is important because we want to find out who they're looking to meet and what exactly they do. Because it might say they do insurance, but they might have a specific type of insurance they do. So by taking those notes, you're able to help them out better. But I will get to that a little bit later. So you're going to be going out, you'll be getting business cards from people you know, and either you have a really good memory and remember everything about that person, or you can take notes. And I see people do that all the time, writing on cards, and that's one reason why a lot of people don't like cards that have the glossy finish on them, because you can't write on them.
I would encourage you to write on the back of the card before writing on the front of the card.
Right.
Because I think a lot of people do take offense when you write on the front of the card. They expect you to write more on the back of the card. So keep that in mind, because to them that's their professional face.
Yeah.
You gotta have a back on the card people can write on.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And don't put the card in your back pocket. It's disrespectful.
My fifth tip is to come up with a system to manage your contacts. And this seems to be a problem that a lot of people have, because once you start going to network meetings, you go to a lot of them, you can easily get 100 cards a week. And you have all these cards, and when I started, I had piles of them. And, I break them down into people I really talked to, people who just handed them out, and people I'd already gotten back to. So that there's a couple different systems, and I'll give you some suggestions of things you can use. But everybody has their own system and what they like. But there's a company called Address2. I don't actually use it yet, but I'm probably going to have to go to something like that. It's a contact management system where you can enter all your contacts, and you can schedule appointments, and there's sections on there where you can say whether it's a hot lead, a good lead, just someone you met, what they do. So you can put all that information in there and keep track of it. And somebody told me that it links to your contact manager in at least Google. I'm not sure about Outlook or anything like that, but there's ways where you can import your contacts in there. Currently, right now, I'm just using my Google Contact Manager, and what I'm trying to do is after I go to a networking event, I go home that night and enter that information into my contact database. And I have people in categories, mostly just business, but then I have printers, other designers, and then I have a whole bunch of list of my email as far as contacts and prospects, so people who I've talked to who are possible leads, who might need work. So there's a wide variety of things you can do. And if you're a visual person like me, I remember people by their cards. So when I see their card, I remember just the image of the card without reading it. I can remember what they do. Like my last conversation I had with them. So I originally had a small binder with cards. I thought I was going to get by with that. Ran out of space within 2-3 weeks.
So you can't rearrange them.
What's that?
Can't rearrange these.
So now they've been going into a box. After they entered into my contact manager, they go to a box, and then I was thinking I need to get maybe a binder. So they have cells like sheets that you can put in a 3-ring binder, and I'm debating whether I want to just put them all in there so I can flip through there. Because when somebody asks me, hey, do you know so-and-so, sometimes it's easier than going through my contact management, just go through there, look into the card, find the appropriate person that I can connect somebody with.
Jake, did I add one point there?
Yep.
It comes from Bob Berg. He recommends you have a photo of your business. Yeah, I didn't do that for years. I do now just because I'm a visual person as you are. And current picture is helpful. That helps me, especially if I've been to a fairly big event, as I'm going through those that night, checking the notes, I don't know. There's that place again. And if it's somebody I do want to remember, so I say your name or at least know who you are, just like that.
Yeah. I know a lot of realtors and insurance agents do that, partly because their business is so personal. They want to make that connection, so they put their photo on their card. So yeah, that does help. Unless somebody just takes their card and puts it in their contact and they can put the card in a box. It's kind of a good point, but yeah, that is a good suggestion. The next tip is after you meet somebody, follow up with them in a day or two with an email. The people you meet might not be your target client, we were talking about before. They could be a strategic connection or somebody, they might know somebody that you're looking to meet. So I'm going to talk about this later, but there's an 80-20 rule, and this is something I'm trying to understand a little better or use a little better. They say that you're going to get 20% of your business from the people you meet. 80% of them aren't going to do anything for you, and so you don't need to talk to everybody. But I like to follow up with an email. So usually when I add somebody in my contact management, if I met them at a networking group, I talked to them long enough where we had an interesting conversation. As I add them in, I'll send them an email. Sometimes it'll just be, hey, it was nice meeting you at such and such event. Let me know if you need anything.